How are you? Welcome to the show, Sports and Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max. We have one of the nicest artists out, straight out of Staten Island.
Woo!
On the rise here. Goes by the name of Abby Jasmine. Welcome to the show. How are you doing, Abby?
I'm doing well. I'm alive, so that counts for something, right?
100%, especially through the pandemic and everything. How's your 2022 going this year?
It's going well. I'm just sorry, my dog. I'm just making music, man. Just trying to, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Just making more music, just living life.
That's right. That's all you can do. And you're pushing your career forward. We're seeing the rise of what you're doing in this industry as an empire. And your management was telling me that you're wrapping up your next project. When can we expect that?
I'm finishing it up now. Hopefully by like summertime, everything will be like really, really, really done. So yeah, I'm really excited about that.
That's tough. We're going to be looking forward to it. I know you got some great songs on the way. Have you thought of a title for it yet?
Yeah, so I'm going to call it Shapeshift. Just not even on no like kind of spiritual type shit. It's more so like I find myself like just always being a different person, like just trying to just be what everybody expects from me, you know what I'm saying? So I always find myself, you know, kind of shifting into all these different like personas and all these different, you know, just states of mind just to like get through life. You know, you always got to be somebody for somebody else, you know?
That's right. And getting into an important album is Who Cares, because you opened up about your vulnerability. Would you say that was the album for you that it best defines you as both an artist and as a person?
Yeah, I think it helped me a lot just overall when it came to, you know, just trying to think outside the box of like what I was normally making. I had people around me that were definitely like pushing me to just do things differently and to try to like, I guess, make the most out of it, you know, make the most out of making music, make the most out of my situation and things that I was going through around that time. So, you know, it just ended up coming together just really beautifully, you know, but yeah.
You did a lot of versions of that album and even an acoustic version.
Yeah, so I did do an acoustic version. Oh my God, my fucking dog. I'm so sorry.
It's all
so, so I did do a deluxe version and I did an acoustic version. And the acoustic version kind of came together on it was kind of like, it wasn't really planned, but I always, I don't know, the feel that you get when you listen to something that's acoustic and like, is a different vibe from, you know, listening to the songs regularly. So I definitely wanted to do an acoustic version. I just did some shit with a live band for the first time. So that was really dope to do. I definitely want to get into just doing more things with just live instruments, because I feel like yeah, we can make a beat, yeah, we can cook something up, but there's nothing that compares to like live instrumentation, you know?
No. And you come from a musical background too. You know how to play the piano.
Yeah, I do. I honestly, you put a piano in front of me now, like I still can work my way around it. Like I can tell you the chords and stuff like that. I could still play, but like I gotta tighten up.
You come from the musical background and actually singing in the choir in the church.
Yeah.
That gave you the booster.
Yeah. My dad was a pastor. He was actually the music leader at my church. So I grew up just, you know, every Sunday I would just be at church. Every Friday, even like damn near every day after school, I would just be in church. And a lot of that time that was spent, you know, because during the week, you know, there's really nothing to do. There's no services or anything going on. So it would just be me in this church kind of by myself while my dad, you know, worked and stuff. And they had this tiny little chapel, and it had a grand piano in it. And I would literally spend my days after school just sitting up there playing piano for hours, you know, until my dad would tell me, you know, it's time to go home. But that's just something I always remembered. I would always just like go there, play some music. I was in the choir at my church. I was in the youth band at my church. I was rapping. I was doing gospel rap for a while. Yeah, man. Crazy. I feel like I've lived some good lives.
I know that you hated it at one point doing the gospel rap. What was I know that was the reason why you got out of it, but was there anything else behind it that strategically could point to why you just wanted to stop doing that?
Yeah, I just didn't think that it was me, you know? Like it was fun, and it was something that I was definitely like, I wanted to do music. I didn't necessarily want to do gospel rap, but just being around that, you know, that whole, like, just, that was just my world, you know, just like church and everything. So there wasn't really much like I could really do at that time, you know. My mom didn't want me to make secular music. So I really had to just kind of, I just had to do gospel rap. But after a while, as I got older, I realized, like, you know, this isn't really what I want to do. So.
And this is when you found your path. I want to get into, how was it growing up in Staten Island? How was your experience of growing up there?
Word. Staten Island. So I always say, like, I already kind of lived life in a bubble, like just off of where I went to school, just off of just my whole environment at that time was church and school. And I went to a school that was kindergarten to 12th grade. And I had gotten in there, I was in there from the time I was in kindergarten to when I graduated. I ended up graduating a year early because I don't think I could have done another year in that school just growing up with the same people. So it's like you're in this small bubble already of like who you speak with. And then on top of that, you live in Staten Island. So it's like putting a bubble inside of another bubble, you know? But I think just living in a small town, everybody who comes from small towns, like they just have just big dreams and just ambitious mindsets, you know, because you want to get out of that small town. So yeah, my biggest thing, I always used to say, like, there was a curse of Staten Island. Like, people come to Staten Island, they move there, they have kids, and they stay there for the rest of their lives. And I didn't want that to be me, you know? So I just had to get out.
You relocated?
I relocated, yeah. I moved out of Staten Island in, I believe 2019 or 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And I've gone back. My family, my mom and my dad still live there. So now going back, I love to go back because all the memories and stuff that's tied to, you know, just being in Staten Island. But growing up, I couldn't wait to get off of that island. But now nobody can really tell me shit about Staten. I love Staten.
But you're putting them on the map for sure with your career. You're proving that you can make it out of Staten Island, just like the legendary Wu-Tang Clan. You can't not
Wu-Tang.
think of Staten Island and think of Wu-Tang. Did you grow up listening to Wu-Tang? Because I know your main influences were Drake, Nicki Minaj, Kendrick Lamar, and Young Dolph.
So I didn't listen to a lot of Wu-Tang, unfortunately. I like my parents are a little older, so like the music that they listened to were like the Temptations
R&B
and
classics,
Earth, Wind and
Motown.
Fire and yeah, like stuff like that. So like rap music wasn't really a crazy like the most rap music I would get in my house was probably like the Sugar Hill Gang, like on some like old school hip hop.
Rappers
Like
delight.
yeah, so I didn't listen to a lot of Wu-Tang growing up, but I know Cash rules everything around me, okay?
uh at least you're up on that. That's important.
Yeah.
That's a trademark song in hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah. You started releasing your music on Vine, and eventually your parents found out about one of your videos. And I heard that
Yeah.
they told you to go to your room, or they came into your room, and we're
Yeah,
not
so
pleased.
yeah. So what had happened was my mom I was going viral a lot on Twitter. So like I was on Vine and stuff a lot, but like Twitter was really where I built like my real like fan base and my platform. So I was going viral on Twitter like every other day, every other, and it was only a matter of time before my mom and dad like found my accounts and found out what I was doing on the internet. And it was actually the night before my SATs. I'll never forget it. It was the night before my SATs. My mom came in my room. She was like, "Listen, is this you?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, this is me. And they actually made me stay up like all night the night before my SATs as a punishment because I don't know. I wasn't supposed to be on social media. I was like 16 at the time, 17. And that was just my punishment. I stayed up all night the night before my SATs, still went in, I got a good grade on the SATs.
That's
So
great.
yeah, but she was upset. But now that like I'm older, like they look back at it, we all kind of laugh about it because it's kind of crazy. Like just the world that we live in now with social media. It's like, dang, getting mad at a 16-year-old for is kind of crazy.
It is crazy. And I'm glad to hear that you still passed your SATs. That's what counts. I bombed mine and I don't miss tests like that at all. And
Yeah,
I think
I
they're
don't either.
eventually going to waive them for people. I think it's a system set up just to keep kids from going to college.
Mm. It's crazy that you put it like that because they definitely made SATs seem like they were the most important thing. Even the Regents tests that they were doing. Like now, I was talking to my boyfriend's little brother. He's in high school, and they said that they don't even need Regents anymore to graduate, which is
No.
crazy because when we was growing up, like if you didn't pass a Regent, you're not graduating high school.
And if you think about it, it's crazy. Your whole career, whether it's in elementary, middle school, it depends, and even high school, it depends on one test. It just doesn't make any
Mhm.
sense.
Yeah, like you can literally get held back like for one test. Like that was always insane to me. I wasn't really a big tester. Like I wasn't really like the best student either. Like I passed. I was like a B. I was like a B student. Like I was average. So I definitely don't miss that aspect of high school. I don't think I really miss high school at all, to be honest. But
No, no.
yeah, I wouldn't do it again.
No, no one wants to do it
Do
again.
not
And
recommend.
no, and I believe that you were going to attend college and you took a leave of absence. Is that what the story was?
Yeah, so I was gonna go to college. I was gonna go to right there in Manhattan. I was gonna go to BMCC. I went to go like do all my testing and go see the school and everything. And I didn't really know everything that went into going to college, like just the amounts of paperwork and the amount of applications you have to fill out and the what is it? Is it FAFSA or
Yeah,
FAFSA?
FAFSA.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my God, me and my mom were just so like overwhelmed. And like I told you, I graduated a year early. I graduated my junior year. So my mom wasn't prepared to send me to college. My mom and dad, they weren't prepared to send me to college up until the year after. So they told me, you know, like just take a year off, work, get a job. And honestly, taking a gap year, I feel like that was the best thing for my development as, you know, a person, because I was able to go out and meet new people. I was able to make new friends after, you know, I was able to have some sense of independence, you know, after living my life, like going to church with the same people for 10 years, going to school with the same people for 10 years, you know? So I think gap years are important, but if you like, I don't know, part of me still wants to have that college experience. I think I'm past dorming now, but yeah, I definitely still want to have that college experience. I've definitely been thinking about, you know, what I want to major in, and I just want to take a couple classes online still do that. You know, I'm still young. Got
What
time.
interests you as a major? Because I interviewed someone the other night that actually accepted an offer to LIU and wants to get into music production. Would
That's
that be
dope.
something that interests you?
So I've been thinking about just music, like engineering, things like that, because I'm really interested in just like that whole process. I like to engineer myself. I love to mix myself like in a crib. So I definitely want to get into that. Maybe I was thinking also like film, something like that. Maybe like, I don't know if I do good behind the camera, maybe something more like acting or something like that. But I definitely want to do something involved in the arts. Like I used to want to like do psychology and stuff like that, but that's too much. That's too deep for me at my big old age. Like I don't want to analyze people's minds. You know? So yeah, definitely something in the arts though.
Yeah. Try everything that interests you because you're young and you don't want to regret it later.
Yeah, definitely don't.
No. Instagram was an important platform for you because you found your manager through that platform and the manager reached out to you. You got connected with your manager. How did you start building your team from then?
So I actually met my manager. Um, I met my manager through a mutual friend that we had. And I knew him through Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, and he had hit me up one day to do a photo shoot for like his clothing brand. And at this time, my manager was still a rapper. So I get in the car and like he's just there, and we kind of clicked. I was like 16, and we clicked. Like we were cool. Like he was literally just selling me weed at that point, you know, like it wasn't nothing crazy. And when I moved out my mom's house, you know, I needed a place to stay, and he, you know, opened his house to me. Him and his roommates, like they were so cool to me. They let me stay there, you know, just held me down like during that really rough period in my life. And I didn't have a manager. I never had management or anything. And I just kind of went out on a whim because we had been friends for so long. And I just feel like when making a team, one, you have to always have people around you that you can trust, you know? And at that point, my manager Vice, like he was the closest, like my brother, you know, like he was the closest person to me and the only person that I would trust to like really handle my shit, you know? So I think the biggest part of just making your team is just finding people that have visions that align with your vision, so y'all could, you know, one, help each other elevate into doing whatever it is you want to do. And also just people that you can trust. Like it's a lot of slimy, grimy niggas in this game. Like you will come across so many people with like wolves in sheep's clothing, like literally all the time. So yeah, like I think that's my biggest thing. And my team, I just want my team to be like family, you know. I'm just a very family oriented person, and anything I do just has to be organic and feel like some family shit.
And that's important that you realize that you have to build a team based off of family, because you hear the horror stories that are out there about artists that didn't get their publishing, TLC, New Edition. Then you look at Eazy-E and NWA in their situation with Jerry Eller, who just took all their money from them.
Yeah. And a lot of people, you know, they love to say, don't mix business and pleasure, and don't work with your friends, and don't. And honestly, for me, it's the opposite. It's like, yo, why wouldn't I want to get rich with my friends? Like, some of my best work, some of my favorite moments of my career have been, you know, with my friend. My boyfriend produces all my music, you know.
Wow. Yeah.
It's like, yeah, like it's one of those things that, like, if it works for you, it works for you. If you don't want to mix business and pleasure, then don't. But for me, it's like it just works, you know.
100%. You signed your deal with Cinematic. How did it feel to sign a Cinematic, and why were they the perfect fit for you?
I think at that time I was just at that time, you know, I was really young, and I needed help with, you know, the financial aspect of things. Like, there's a lot of things that you don't take into consideration when making music. And me, at that point, I only knew about the music part. I didn't know there was an entire business level of it, you know. And they've really helped me, you know, just as far as getting me to the place that I am now, and just helping me sharpen my business mindset, you know. Just like I've learned a lot, you know, just being with Cinematic and just being with Shapes. And again, you know, they definitely were one of the, I told you, like, family is my biggest thing. So like, they were a very family oriented company. Like, as opposed to like going to like these major labels, and you don't get to sit down with the person that's doing your marketing. You don't get to sit down with the person that's shooting your music video. Like, no, like at Cinematic, like, I was able to sit down and speak to everybody, no problem, you know. Like, I could still walk in there, like, to this day, like, yo, what's up? I just walk in, everybody's like, hey, what's up, Abby, you know. So definitely just like the family orientedness of the label is kind of what drew me in, and just needing that extra help. And already, you know, they had the roster. They had Joey Badass,
T-Pain,
and yeah, they had T-Pain. T-Pain actually got there like right after I signed, right after Joey Badass had dropped his last album. I think it was like All
American
American.
Badass.
Yeah, I signed right after that. They had did the campaign. They told me, you know, like, we're doing Joey stuff and we want to like really like focus on you. So after we're done doing the rollout for Joey shit, like, we're gonna work with you. And you know, they kept on that promise. I signed right after that.
I've heard you say in the past that you feel as though that you've spoken your whole life into existence. When did this occur in which you noticed that speaking your life into existence and certain things in your life, that this was actually something that really happened and came true?
Right. My mom and dad always told me from a very, very, very young age that words have power, right? And you don't really, like, being a kid, it's like, all right, cool, yeah, old nigga, like, get out of here. But like, when you grow up, you really realize, I think there was a moment, like, I would just say people's names or something like that, or I would just say something. And okay, this is the perfect example. All right. So I was, right before I signed to Cinematic, I was literally the biggest T-Pain fan. Like, when I tell you, I would be in the little apartment, sitting in the living room, smoking a blunt, and just playing like B-side T-Pain songs, like songs that nobody probably knew, but I knew them because I was just a big T-Pain fan. And then just the full circle moment of being asked, or when he even walked into the Cinematic office and I was like, oh shit, that was my first like even starstruck moment, you know? And even just being asked to go on tour with him, like it was just like, wow, like, yo, I could say things and they can come true. Like, that's crazy. And even with music, you know, like I'll say something in my song, like just to say it, you know, and that should be coming true. Like, music is a crazy thing. Like, it's almost like, I don't want to say magic, but it's like, it's just crazy what can happen, like, when you put intention, you know, behind music. So I would say that's, yeah, like, but I've just been doing that my whole life. Just anything that I wanted, or even like subconsciously, I would just be like, I want that. And it just kind of happens. And it's weird.
It came into fruition.
Yeah, like, life is weird like that.
It is. I know something that was very important to you and you were speaking into existence for years, and it happened, was that you performed at Rolling Loud.
Yes, we used to sit in our little like 1-bedroom apartment. It was me, my business partner Rich, like, and my manager Vice, and we would sit on the couch, TV on the floor, and we would watch double XL interviews, and we would watch Rolling Loud performances. And I used to always say, like, yo, I wanna go to the double XL office. I wanna go perform at Rolling Loud. Was definitely like the top of the list. So when they hit me to do it, I was almost like, are you serious? Like, I was extremely nervous for Rolling Loud, but it was so fun. Like, I had a really good time.
Are you speaking any other venues into existence next? Because there's always got to be a step up the ladder.
Shit, maybe Coachella or
Coachella.
Lollapalooza or something like that. Coachella is definitely like on my bucket list. Even to just go, like, I just want to go. Like, yeah,
It'll happen.
it's definitely, yeah.
It'll
happen.
happen.
I need all that. Yeah.
Yeah. It'll happen for sure. An important song I wanted to get into with you tonight is First Day Out, because originally you thought about putting Benny the Butcher on the record, and Smoke DZA came about and he was the perfect fit.
Yeah. So that song was like literally the first song that we had made out of quarantine in 2020. I think it had been like maybe 6 months. Yeah, it was like around about 6 months that I hadn't like been in the studio. I was kind of just enjoying just the feedback from Who Cares, because we had dropped Who Cares right at the height of the pandemic, like 420, we had dropped Who Cares. I wasn't about to stop my rollout for a pandemic, but that was First Day Out was the first song that we had made. And yeah, like the way it came together, like I said, I'm just a very organic person. And we literally had called up DZA, because my boyfriend is from Harlem. So they already had that relationship. And and literally he called DZA. I was like, yo, I got a song, you know, that we're working on. And he was like, send it to me. And I think he got me the verse back, like, I don't know if I'm remembering this wrong, but I think he got me the verse back really fast. Like, if not like the day of, like the next day, he had got me that verse.
That's quick.
But we probably the quickest turnaround time I've ever had from from anybody. But yeah, we were going between him and Benny the Butcher, and just like, this is big bro. Like, since I got to Cinematic, he was looking out for me, like, just really you know, just really looking out for me. So yeah, I love DZA. I always wanted to do a song with him anyway. So it was perfect. It came together perfectly.
Will you be considering working with Benny the Butcher in the future? He's coming off a pretty
Oh
crazy
yeah,
song right now with Johnny P.
I have
Caddy.
so many rappers that I want to work with. Like I love I I really want to go bar for bar with people, but I'm not there yet. So, but I definitely want a song with Benny the Butcher. Rome Streets is another person that I want to do records with. Yeah, and just really I love the rappers, and I think when I sing, like, and just I hear my singing with a rap verse, like it just does something for me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely want to do more songs with more rappers. Benny's on that list. Shit, J. Cole's on that list, especially after that Benny J. Cole song that they just did. Like
Johnny
that,
P's Caddy.
insane. Some of the craziest bars. I think J. Cole is a different type of man.
He is.
With the pen. Like
I think Benny, to me, I feel as though that you think J. Cole did his thing he did. To me, I feel like I think Benny got him.
Do you really?
Yeah, I think Benny got him.
That is so crazy. That's so crazy. Maybe some of Benny's bars went over my head then, because I just like J. Cole, like, and I listened to a lot of J. Cole, like growing up. Like I listened to Born Sinner was probably my favorite J. Cole album for a really long time. But I don't know, just on that song, the way he delivered, the way he started the verse, like it was crazy. It was a really good J. Cole verse. Like he was spitting. Yeah. He was spitting. And it's not very often either. Like we get a lot of humble J. Cole. You know what I'm saying? It's not very often. Like a lot of features he's been doing lately, he's been talking his shit. And like, I'm here for the shit talking J. Cole phase. Like that humble shit, sometimes it gotta go out the window. Sometimes you gotta tell niggas like, yo, stop playing with me. And that's what I feel like he did on that verse. So I'm gonna go back and listen to it though. And I'm gonna write you and be like, all right.
I get what you're saying though. I could totally, it's understandable if you think J. Cole got him on that track because of the whole I'll put your favorite rapper neck in the noose. I get that. And the whole how he's going to hell if he has to get on a track with your favorite rapper with the features. Yeah. I get that. Just to me, Benny, I feel like Benny's more hungry right now because this is a guy that's been trying to make his way into the game and get his respect. Years. And he said that's the time I got my respect for 15 years. J. Cole's Ben had his respect. He's had his respect for a while now. So Benny, I feel as though he comes in more aggressive.
I gotta listen to it again. I'm gonna listen back and I'm gonna dead write you. Cause we gonna continue this conversation.
We have to. When Benny says that catching chickens line with that Rocky reference and bringing validity to Griselda,
yeah,
he's got some bars on there.
No, he got bars.
He does 100%. You got to get on a track with Conway and Dave East too. There's some other rappers on here.
Oh, I fucks with Dave East.
Yeah, Dave East goes crazy.
Yeah, Dave East is nice.
Future and Young Thug are your other two favorite rappers you love to work with.
Future.
Yeah.
Future, Baby Keem.
Baby Keem. I was gonna get into Baby Keem with you. What is it about his music What is it about his music that speaks to you? Because I know you're a big fan of his.
Gosh, I think it's just the energy I get when I listen to Baby Keem. Like he is just so good. Like, and I just fuck with the whole PG Lang, like the things that they're doing, like the videos are always just crazy. Like, he's just one person that like overall he has the total package to me. Like, yo, he makes good music. He has great visuals. I fuck with the whole like brand aesthetic, whatever you want to call it. Like Baby Keem is just one of my favorites right now. I fucks with Baby Keem. He's so hard.
Feature coming soon. You've worked with some greats already. You have.
Yeah.
Guap That 4000 was another one.
Guap is dope. Guap is so fire too. He's definitely underrated too. Like he has bars. Like he be spitting too. He's definitely underrated.
And doing my research, I know that you love playing video games. If you could script your own video game, how would the storyline go?
Oh shit. It would probably, because GTA is one of my like all-time favorite games ever, GTA 5. Love that game. I've played it multiple times. It would be some GTA shit, but with a woman like
Lead
in
character.
the, you know what I'm saying? We haven't had a GTA with like a bitch really running shit. So yeah, something like that would definitely be my go-to. Yeah, I like games. I just like open world concepts of games. Like I like the idea of like, yeah, I could play the main game, but you know, if I get tired of that, there's other missions I could do, you know. So yeah, I would make an open world game, some gangster shit about bitches just killing niggas and stealing cars.
Abby Jasmine, blood on the sand, like 50 Cent's blood on the sand. Crazy. 2022 is the year, I think, for you. I think you're really going to make some strides out here. What are you doing besides releasing a new project that you plan to take your career to the next level this year?
I definitely just want to tap into other lanes outside of music. Maybe get into some acting this year. I want to accompany my album with a short film, you know, so people can see some of my acting chops, because I feel like I can do it. Like I haven't been in the position to where I've really been able to like show off my acting. So I definitely want to get into acting. Shit, maybe even write a jingle or something. That's always been like a dream of mine, like to write a jingle. I don't know, man. I just feel like I'm 23. I'm living life. I just want to do whatever, but I also want to make money.
Yeah, that's important.
Gotta make money because you gotta live. So
You got that right. Sky's the limit for you. I'll tell you that right now. Sky's the limit.
Thank you.
And we'll be looking forward to the new project. Anything else you want to let your fans know? Anything about the upcoming project? Anything else that you have on the way?
Shit. Just stay tuned because I got a lot in the stash. Thank you to my supporters. Thank you to my fans for bearing with me, because child, this music shit, it's not easy all the time. Okay.
No.
Sometimes you want to quit. Sometimes you want to be like, maybe I should do something else. But like, I really have like dope supporters that they just fuck with me, and you know, they make doing this a little bit easier, you know. And yeah, to everybody who doesn't know me, hey, I'm Abby Jasmine. Follow me on Instagram, everywhere at Abby Jasmine. Spotify, Apple Music, Abby Jasmine. That's it.
That's right.
On the way.
That's right. Abby Jasmine, I want to thank you for coming on the show here tonight. I had a great time speaking with you.
You were great. I love this.
Thank you. You're always welcome on the show anytime that you have anything that you need to promote here. Thank you for what you're doing for hip hop, because you're an artist that I put in a category as either hip hop and R&B, because you can do it both. MIA, Point of View, Poland Spring. You got the songs out here. Keep going with the drive that you got going, and you're going to get to the top soon, 100%.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Of course.
All right.
Yep. Enjoy the rest of your night. Take care. Stay safe.
You enjoy the rest of your night too.
For sure. And shout out to Myra for setting this up and getting everything going back and forth.
Shout out to my bitch Myra. Yeah.
That's right. Abby Jasmine, enjoy the rest of your night, all right?
Later. Take care.
Later. You too. Take care.
Bye.